Good morning, students and staff. So last week we began the Halloween door decorating contest. Great news, today's actually the last day, so you get an extra day. Student council will be judging tomorrow morning.
All right, so Tuesday, don't forget kindness shirt day. Wear your best kindness shirt.
And Fridays are college Friday days. So pull out those college shirts and show some college spirit.
All right, so last Tuesday was our safety. We ended up having a lockdown, and it was actually a real lockdown procedure. So you need to know what lockdowns are. So please keep in mind that if there is a possible threat on campus or even around our campus, then we definitely need to lock our campus down. And that means that we do not allow for any students to roam. We don't allow for anyone to come through our doors on our campus. So basically that is what a lockdown is.
So what do you need to remember in the event of a lockdown? And just a reminder that all of these slides are in the newsletter, so you can always go back and take your time and go through them. So you've got to be as calm as possible, which we know is hard, it's difficult, but please, as calm as possible, so there'd be no screaming, no running. You need to be able to listen to the adults around you and listen to those directions. The basic idea is you need to get indoors. If we're doing a lockdown, it's because whether it's a drill or not, we need to be getting everybody in because something is happening outside or near us, right? That we need to make sure we account for everyone and that we keep everybody safe. So when you're thinking about going indoors, you need to get to the nearest place. So think about where you are at all times. Indoors means cafeteria, gym, auditorium. So if you're at lunch and we go into lockdown, you might not want to have to go all the way to the auditorium when you can go to the cafeteria. In a real event, you could get really injured on the way to the auditorium. So we want to make sure we get to the closest indoor space as soon as possible. Okay. So the adults that are there will help lock the space down, closing windows, shutting blinds, locking doors. And again, we need to stay calm and quiet. They may ask somebody, hey, so-and-so, can you shut the blinds? You know, as I close the door, that type of thing. So really make sure that everyone's kind of working together. And teachers will be getting emails and alerts on their phones so that we're able to be communicating and just be listening. Again, for those announcements, we will make announcements as soon as we get them and just be communicating as a whole group. Okay. Parents will also be alerted. They will get email communication from the district office. When we do go into lockdown modes, the district office is notified, the police is notified, school safety is notified. So we're working really together to make sure everyone knows what's going on, and we are working hard to keep everybody safe. Just know that, okay?
All right. So listen, you will know if it's an actual lockdown or if it's a drill. Okay. We will make it very clear. Regardless, you need to treat all lockdowns as if it were a real lockdown situation. Even if it's a drill, you treat it as a real situation. There is no time to go to the restroom or to have water breaks outside. Everyone must stay inside. And teachers, please check your mailboxes because you have some materials that are in your mailbox to follow for future lockdown situations.
All right, so also this last week, we began the iReady testing. We talked last week about what this is. It's a diagnostic tool that we're going to be using to help fill some gaps for some students. So some students haven't started their iReady. They will be getting to it this week.
All right, so October is a busy month. We've got Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we have Anti-Bully Awareness, and we have Red Ribbon Week. Pay attention to all the events.
And this is the last week of the Hispanic Heritage Month. So teachers, please check the Bancroft Teacher Canvas module for the Hispanic Heritage Month slideshow.
Also, we do have 2 games this week. So Monday, we are at home and it's versus Stevens, 5:30 p.m. On Wednesday, it's at Nelson away.
Yearbook sales are continuing. So this information is in the newsletter. I will be taking it down after this week and possibly resurfacing it later. So please make sure that you know, and if you're not ready to purchase your yearbook, that you maybe bookmark how to get to it, or you know Mrs. Estep is the person in room 506 that is in charge of yearbooks. There are links in the newsletter, so please check it out.
All right, so our Halloween contest. So just know that there will be a link in the newsletter, okay? It'll be a Google form located in the newsletter regarding our Halloween poetry, drawing, and scary story contest.
Another opportunity. So you have this opportunity if you like creating stories, or if you are an artist and you can draw, or you're creating poetry. And this is another opportunity for creative minds. This is the Reflections contest, and it's run through PTA. And the theme this year is I will change the world by. So there are many ways you can create a dance and videotape yourself. There, you could create a film. There's literature, photography, visual arts, music. So your choice, if you're interested, again, in the newsletter, there's a link to a student packet. All entries are due by the 22nd. If you have any questions, please see Mrs. Carr. Also, we have a few hard copies of the packet, the entry packet, available in the main office.
All right, so here are some opportunities for parents and for students to get involved. Our school site council meeting, that's going to be located this Thursday, 4 p.m. We have a Zoom link as well as an in-person. It's your choice, all right? We also have our PTA. You can also participate either on Zoom or in person. If it's in person, it'll be in the library, and that's this Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Right, Mrs. Lee, can you guess where the links are?
In the newsletter.
Woo-hoo. All right, so you guys all know by now, every Tuesday and Thursday, the student store.
All right, so PSAT, listen up. This Wednesday, our 8th graders are going to take the PSAT. They are the only ones who will have a changed schedule. So 8th graders, listen up. On Wednesday from 9 to 1:10 p.m., you are going to be in this one class, and it'll be according to your Alpha Station, all right? So ELA teachers will have Alpha Station information, and they'll let you know where to go. Now, 6th and 7th graders, this does not apply to you. Your schedule will stay the same as it's always been all school year on Wednesday.
Okay, so Alpha Stations too, for those that might not know, since we had that distance learning year, Alpha Stations just means that we basically have a list of all 8th grade students from A to Z, last names A to Z, and then we just start cutting it at every 35 or 36 students. We make a line, and that's one group, one group, one group. So Alpha Stations means you will be testing in a room basically with kids that have last names the same letter as yours. Okay, so the posters will be up, available to you when you come onto campus on Wednesday, but your ELA teachers will tell you ahead of time. Maybe other teachers as well will tell you, so they have access to all the teachers actually have access to those stations if you want to know ahead of time. So also just a note that Wednesday, the 13th, is in honor of the anti-bully movement. It is Sit with Someone New Day. So that's the day to be challenging yourself to make a new friend.
All right, also this Friday, wear pink. Wear pink in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Library hours this week. So today, Monday, lunch for all grades, and then Friday, it'll be closed during lunch. Book fair is coming
Also,
though. Book fair. I saw a lot of papers in the office earlier today, getting ready.
Yes, so from the librarian, go ahead and add the Canvas module that the librarian has shared with you through Canvas. Go ahead and add it. And that way you can stay in the loop with what's going on with the library.
Okay, just those basic reminders. We had this last week, but so coming soon, hopefully by next week, we'll be able to announce when the intramural sports will begin.
All right, so this last week we had about 91 tardies. We are looking to reduce those tardies this week. Let's see if we could cut those tardies down by at least 10%. That means that we should at least be in the 80 range next week. So we'll see how that goes. I want to see if you guys can make that happen. Get to class on time. If not, just know you'll be caught up in those tardy sweeps to serve that lunch detention.
Also, we have some 45-minute detentions after school. Safety is important. Please report any behavior issues, or if you're feeling unsafe about anything, please report to an adult.
Our motivational quote of the week: success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do.
All right. Hopefully you heard that motivational quote. Sorry, we had an announcement that went over the loudspeaker. So success is no accident. I would definitely agree with that. So this week's advisory focus: keeping track of deadlines, dealing with distractions, time management, as well as a social emotional activity, a menu of activities.
All right, so again, remember to get to class on time. You've got that additional minute. Communicate with your teachers and any staff members, whatever your needs are that need to be met. Check the website, check your Canvas. Also bring water to school and stay hydrated, and abide by those one-way hallways. It helps to keep the traffic moving, and it helps us to stay safe.
And Red Ribbon Week is coming up. So we'll get into more details as the date gets closer, but there are posters around campus. So check it out and plan ahead.
All right, we've got book fair. That's going to be the week of October 22nd, like we mentioned, and we have a Halloween dance Friday, October 29th.
All right, well, I believe that's it, Mrs. Lee. So we hope everyone has a fantastic week.